Stampers Kim from stampingimperfection.com. Thanks for joining me today. I have a haul I wanted to share and a couple of cards from Sassy and Crafty today. So I got a few of their new stencils and new stamp sets from their February release. And I also got a couple of older stencils and stamps as well. So this top one that you see here is called Collecting Leaves, and I really loved this. This is one of their new February release stencils. And then there's this other one that I was looking at it thinking I didn't order paw prints, but then I realized there are two stencils in this set. One is paw prints, which is cute, and one is called Seeing Spots. So that's a 2 stencil set that you get, and that Seeing Spots I have a whole bunch of ideas for, so I'm going to share that in another video. I love the leaves because I didn't have anything like this, and the butterfly wings I adore. I also got the newly released Flutterby Butterfly stamp set because I loved it. And then this is an older release. This is the Snowball stencil, but I love this because it looks like it's got a very 60s vibe, and I feel like it'd be a great background. This one's called Spring in Your Step, and then that's a new release. And then this with the mermaid is Salty But Sweet, and the other one with all the cute little critters is Cooler With You, and those two are older releases. But I got those because I want to use that spot stencil with the sea creatures there. Then they included this embellishment pack in my order, so I was kind of excited about that because I can see myself making a shaker card with that, so not gonna lie, I was super excited. So I'm gonna take this Flutterby Butterfly stamp set and the Butterfly Wings stencil, and I'm gonna create a card that I'm going to use to participate in the Turner Syndrome blog hop. I'll put the links to this below, and I'm going to put links to information about Turner syndrome. It's a genetic disorder that affects girls, and the whole point is to help educate people about Turner syndrome, so I will include information about that below. Now, I'm using some of Catherine Pooler's inks. I'm using one of her new inks, this yellow chiffon color. I'm using her It's a Girl pink, Twilight gray, Bellini orange, and her Lime Ricky green. And I'm using those colors because the mood board for the blog hop included that color scheme. It included butterflies, and there is a digital image that you can purchase of a very sweet little fairy and a little girl fairy. That it's very sweet. So it's like $2 or $3 that you can purchase on the Turner Syndrome blog hop website. And they do have sponsors. Sassy and Crafty is one of the sponsors. So when I noticed they were one of the sponsors, I decided I would use some of their goodies to actually create the card that I'm going to use to participate in the blog hop. So I created a background using the yellow, the pink, and the orange. And I didn't cover the whole background. I just wanted it to be partially covered. Because sometimes like covering the whole background in a busy stencil is too much, and I wanted there to be some white space here. So I am loving this stamp set because the sentiments are amazing. I'm going to use the one that says your wings already exist, all you have to do is fly. I think that's perfect for a blog hop dealing with an issue that affects women. So I'm going to actually use one of the butterfly images, and I used my Pentel high polymer eraser, just rubbed it across there. This is the first time I've used this stamp, so that takes off the manufacturing residue, and it allows you to get a great stamped image the very first time, and the paper doesn't stick to it too badly when you take it off. It did that time because of the Versamark ink. And now I'm just using some white embossing powder, and I'm going to heat set this in white because I decided that I want to ink blend over the top of that. I don't want to do any fussy coloring today. I just want to do some ink blending because I'm loving this color combination. It's very pretty. So I'm going to use a little of that pink, that's It's a Girl, the little chiffon yellow, and the little Bellini orange. So I'm keeping it kind of light, and now I'm going to fussy cut this out. and just keep it really easy. So I'm just like fussy cutting around the edge, leaving a little tiny bit of white around the edge so my card base is going to be 4.5 by 11, and I'm going to score and fold that at 5.5. And I actually didn't score it, I just kind of folded it, and then I'm using my bone folder to give it a nice crease. And I was being a little lazy, so I decided to make another background. Since I basically ink blended that in the same colors I used on my original background, I'll create another butterfly for that. And that other butterfly will be heat set in black with this lime murky green. So I'm just using the lime green as the background on this one. So I'll end up with 2 cards in the end. And again, I'm just doing part of this, and I like the way this looks with this color combination, but I decided that I wanted to add some of the gray because gray is one of the colors, and since I didn't use it in the ink blending, I'm pulling out a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to use that cardstock to create a backdrop for this fussy cut piece that I have here. So I'm flipping over the butterfly, and I'm going to trace it with a pencil onto my cardstock, and then I'm going to fussy cut around that, leaving making a little bit of a border. So I'm going to cut it a little bigger than where I traced, and then I will be able to flip this over so that any pencil marks will be on the back. And I'm going to add some foam to the back of that butterfly panel piece that I created. And I'll pop that onto the gray piece. So I have a little gray shadow, and it'll help that butterfly stand out a little bit more from the background. Since I heat embossed it in white, I want it to stand out a little bit. So I'm going to actually add, I started to put foam dots, but I've already got a lot of foam on there, so I'm just going to put some tape on the back of that, some tape runner, and I'm going to put it in the center, and then I'm going to add that sentiment that I like so much. And again, that says your wings already exist, all you have to do is fly, and there are 3 other gorgeous sentiments on here, and I'm just going to stamp this one in black. And again, I'm going to take that Pentel eraser, clean off the residue, and just stamp that down there. And one of the steps I don't show here is afterwards I did add some gray ink splattering on that. I just smooshed the ink from the ink pad onto my mat, spritzed it with water, and scooped it up with a paintbrush and splattered it across the card. It's very subtle, but I like the little touch. I also decided that I wanted a little more pink on here, so I'm adding some really pretty pink. This is the Spring Mix from Pretty Pink Posh. They have really nice embellishments there, and I'm adding a few of these to the card just to give it a little bit more sparkle, and I'll call it a day. Now I will also, at the end of this, I'll also have a picture that you can see of the second card that I put together using that other background that I created and the black heat embossed butterfly with the green ink on it. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put links to all the products below into the blog hop. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.